Good morning, YouTube. Matthew back here with you today. I wanted to do a quick video this morning before I get my day started, share a few things that came in the mail yesterday with you. And I hope everyone had a great Labor Day weekend. We had an awesome one here. Just a great holiday weekend. Yesterday was a little stressful, and I didn't get to do it. I was going to do a video yesterday and do a video on the 83 tops. I mean, the 83 Donruss Hall of Fame heroes. And but Roseanne had a appointment with a specialist yesterday, eye specialist she'd never been to. We were a little bit stressed on this because we were fearing that she was facing the need for immediate surgery. And this is a retinal specialist. So when we got there, the appointment wasn't until 2 p.m. And this doctor, the specialist, was about an hour drive one way for us. So an hour each way drive. She was there about 3 hours total doing tests. But great news, she doesn't need surgery right now. And he wants to see her again in 6 months. He was really pleased with things, and he being a specialist, he knows more about her condition than her regular doctor or the eye doctor that she got her recent, most recent glasses at a few months back. So this might, was really better, better news than what we were afraid we were looking at. But anyway, I got home. It was just too late to do a video last night, especially we hadn't eaten lunch yet, so we had to stop and get something. And time I got home, got settled, just didn't have time to share what came in the mail yesterday or do that other video. So today's video, I will just share what came in the mail yesterday. And the first thing I had is another one of these. This is a Franmil Reyes 2022 tops. This is from the Topps Chrome Sonic set of 2022. And what's special about this card is it's a red refractor or red pulse refractor, whatever they want to call them. It's serial number 25. And I already had one identical to this. And so I pulled it out of the box. I did go ahead just a little bit ago and put this in a one touch, but I already have one identical to it. And so now I've got number 1 and number 5 on the serial number 2 out of 5. So there's only 3 more in existence out there of that particular card that I do not have. And so I'm kind of cornering the market on these rare serial numbered Cleveland players, even though it's a common player. But Fran Mill, I did that video a while back, Ultimate Rainbow, where I shared how Topps used the same photograph, which even though it was in, different sets, it makes every card of Fran Mill that year, except for Top Stadium Club, every other card Topps made that year pretty much makes somebody that would be new to the hobby that didn't know would think that every one of those cards came from the same set, which make because they used the exact same photo. And really and truly, if you're somebody that has seen a lot of modern stuff, you know, Topps like Topps Chrome Sonic and Topps Chrome, it's basically the same set. They just slap a new name on it. It's just like Topps Opening Day and Topps Flagship and Topps, Gold Star, limited edition. Topps Montgomery Club that you got to be a member of to, buy. It's the same set with just a one little thing different. Like let's put a silver stamp on it, and we'll call it limited. And like take the same base paper cards, put a gold, silver stamp on them, call it Montgomery Club set, and sell them to the people that's already paid for a membership and make some more money. So it's just a money racket. Anyway, I was really thrilled to get that, and I will, come in to add to the Cleveland collection. And I will say this: I don't care if it's a common player or not. I got this really cheap, much cheaper than I had actually get for the first one I got. And if you can get anything, um, whether if you're a team collector, like if you have a favorite team, I don't care who your favorite team is, but if you can ever come across anything that's serial numbered 5 or less, or even really 25 or less, a player, that even if it's a common player, if it's your favorite team and you collect your team, pick them up. If they're under $10, pick them up. I mean, you might think, well, that's kind of high. If it's $5, you might say, I don't want to pay $5 for a common player like Franmil Reyes. But $5 for a card, only 5 exist. That's a nice addition to your set. If you can get anything less than $10, really, I've got one that I purchased just the other day that hasn't got here yet. Corey Kluber, longtime ace of the Cleveland staff here with the Indians, and Kluber is a forgotten star now because he's probably not going to be a Hall of Famer, but he was at one time the best pitcher in the American League for several years. And I got it's serial numbered to 5, and I got it for like $3. So I jumped on it. Anyway, I'll be sharing that when it comes in the video. But if you can get any cards of players on your these rare serial numbers, nice additions, to your collection, even if they're not the big stars of your team. I'm a big, collector on short print stuff like that, especially, if I get it cheap. I don't care if it's a common player. I'll jump on it. Also, I had this come in. Now, not long ago, both of these right here that came in yesterday have to do with the 2013 Panini uh, Cooperstown collection. Um, I had mentioned, if you're new to my channel, you didn't hear it, but I had mentioned in a few videos back, I'd purchased it was a lot, both sets of the base cards of this set, 2013 Panini Cooperstown 100 card set, and the 100 card green crystal shard set. Now, those are not serial numbered, but these are. I went through, and it's sad. I thought I had a boatload of blue crystal shards and red crystal shards and a few gold. And I was like, it'll be a long-term project, but I'll start working on this because all those are serial numbered. And I said I'll start working on the serial number. They also made orange crystal shards that are, I think, numbered to only like 25. I want to. I don't know. I might be wrong on that. And that's another thing. Panini, different years they done lower. They changed the numbers up. Like one year, red might be more print run than another year. But like I thought I had all these blue and reds though, and when I start digging through my collection, trying to pull them all out to put with those, those sets and work on this project some, because I got so many projects. I mean, that's a fun part of collecting with me is, different things. Like I got the 88 top autograph tops set project going on. It's an ongoing thing, but I'm not working on it every day. And I don't always have time. Some days I don't have time to even mess with any of my cards. But it's just a fun thing of collecting. Ongoing collecting, a project to work towards, and everything I do, I call a master set. Well, see, after I got those two, then I got to have this right here is a complete. There's a lot of insert sets in the 2013 Panini product, Cooperstown product. If you open packs, open boxes, you're going to get inserts. Well, one of the insert sets was game used. It ain't actual game used, but it's game used ticket insert set, and like that card on top right there, that is like a game ticket for the famous game where Bobby Thompson hit the walk-off home run off Ralph Blanca. Anyway, each one of these cards is from a different historical game in Major League Baseball. It really, if you are somebody like me that loves the history of the game, and I loved the history of the game when I was a kid in the 80s, but it's got information on the back. Really cool set, 25 card set. These were in near mint to mint condition. Look like they're pretty much pack pulled right out of the pack, the corners and everything. But I got that complete insert set for $5, and so I was really thrilled with that. $5 plus shipping. But anyway, that goes in with the master set now that I'll be working towards. And there's a couple other smaller inserts. There's a big one called Lumberjacks. Also, Colgan's Disc. I want to try to put together that. It's like 165 different disc, all Hall of Fame. Every player is a Hall of Famer. What makes it so hard is they didn't number those. So, but you can go to like tradingcard.com and get a complete spreadsheet of all the different players in that set. But I picked this Bob Feller up really cheap as well, and I got this for a couple of bucks. And this is Blue Crystal Shard for the and this is my guy. To me, one of him and Knapp, the two. Well, and then Cy Young. But since turn of the century, I'll just say for the 1900s, most popular Cleveland player ever, Bob Feller, no doubt about it. Um, and right here on the back, it's serial numbered down there to 499. The blue crystal shards in this set are serial numbered to 499. The reds, I think, are 399. The golds are 299. I can't remember for sure about the orange, but to me, the oranges are harder to pull than the golds. But so I think that they're lower. But anyway, there's also black, and black are numbered 101. So you're not going to put together the whole set of the black. But nobody is. But anyway, I went ahead and grabbed that, and I thought I had all these blue crystal shards and red crystal shards and a few more gold, and what they were 2012 penny. So but over time, I'd come across serial number, they're serial numbered as well, and so like I thought I already had the Bob Feller for this set, but then I thought when I'm looking at the green crystal shard set, I'm like, The one I've got, the picture's different. It's because I had the 2012 blue crystal shard. So anyway, that's just the way it goes. Um, I had talked a while back about this set right here, 83 Donners, Hall of Fame Heroes, and I am going to do a video about this set soon. But recently, I had picked that set, like I loved this set as a kid, and I had made and I talked about this in the last video I did last week about when I did the 85 Woolworths all-time hero, like legends, all-time legends set or whatever. I can't remember the exact name of that, but 85 Woolworths, Topps Woolworths set, and it had all the legendary players in it. And I talked about the history of the game. I wanted to get back to doing videos on the history of the game. This is one of the sets that as a kid, I loved this set, and the first, I said, I just thought one day, I said, I always loved that set as a kid. Why don't I just go buy one? Because I didn't have one. So I got the complete set in here, and I've also got an unopened wax pack that I've got in here with my master set. Now this set in particular, I'm planning on doing a video coming up soon where I go through the cards. Now there's only 44 cards in this set. This set is notoriously known for being very hard to get in well-centered, a well-centered set. There's certain cards in this set that seem like almost impossible to get a perfectly centered example. But I came across another one, and I gave like shipping and all less than $10, or just close to $10 for this first one. But this one right here, I got another one here that's loose that I picked up. I've had it sitting on my desk, on top of my desk since I got it, brought it home. Got it for $5. And this I didn't have to worry about shipping because I got it locally, but $5. And what I'm going to do is go through here. These cards are almost look like when I was looking at them, they were not handled much. They're not mint, but some of the cards are better than others on the corners. Some of the corners I can tell that they got just a little bit of edge, a little bit of wear. But there's one or two cards that have a stain on them, like that checklist right there on the back. But I gave $5 for this, and I'll tell you why. If I wanted to get my money back, I could easily sell this online and at least make my money back, But I want to take and go through one day when I got time, and I don't always have time. But I'm going to eventually, when I got time, I'm going to go through these, compare them to my set already in the box here. Any cards that are better centered or in better condition overall. That, if there's any that's better in condition overall. And I've got some in this set that are way off center. And I will switch them out. And even if a card has even if it's not mint, if it is what you call EX to near mint, if it presents very well with great centering and has no obvious, and see, a white border card shows less edge wear than a black border, so to speak, or brown. So if it presents well and it looks better, more appealing because it's better centered than a near mint to mint, you can give me a pack fresh, crisp corner, sharp corner card. And if it's way off center, left to right or top to bottom, I would rather have the slightly handled, better centered card for my set until I could get a mint, you know what I mean. So anyway, I'm going to do that, but I will be doing a video coming up. And what I'm going to do, this is a 44 card set, and if you don't know him, I suggest you find his channel and watch some of his videos. There is a guy that I'm subscribed to named Jim Faulkner, I think is how his name's pronounced. And Jim, if you're watching this and I mispronounced your name, I'm very sorry. But check out Jim's channel. Jim is currently in the process of doing the 1972 Topps set, which I think is one of the most beautiful sets that Topps ever made. I rank it right up there with the 1975 Topps set. And Jim is doing the 1972 Topps set 10 cards at a time per video. The reason he is doing that, Jim is like me. He loves to talk about baseball. He loves to talk about the history of the game. And Jim shares a lot of cool stuff. And by doing only 10 cards per video, he can keep the videos to around 15 to 20 minutes tops. And that way his viewers don't have to sit down and watch an hour-long video while he's trying to share more of the set at one time. And they can just watch, segments, 10 card segments when they have time. and he can talk about the players in the video. And what's cool is every card he is like, it would be like if I sit here and I'm like sharing you the first 10 cards of the set, and I start talking about Ty Cobb, and I start out with where Ty Cobb, everything that I can find out about him. Jim's doing that. Like he'll tell you when the player was drafted, uh, you know, what their, highlights of their career was from the time they reached the majors, what they did in the majors, things that defined them as a player. You also got to remember, even common players, you can say that they're common players, but if they made the major leagues, you got to realize to make the majors, you have to be a superstar in high school for one thing, a superstar in college, or superstar in high school. You have to be a superstar on every level to really be considered a major league caliber player. And that's why so few people ever have the ability to say they played in a major league game. And to tell you the truth, you have to be a great ball player to even play pro ball on the lowest level. The guys in rookie league, the guys in A ball, those guys honestly are better baseball players by far, head and shoulders above most guys in college. And those guys in college are head and shoulders above most guys in high school. Every level, it's like you have to be a star to get to the next level. And then when you get to that level, you got to be a star to get to the next level. So let's face it, common player or not, these guys are, great baseball players. And the way Jim done that made me think, when I do this set, I'm going to do 4 videos, 11 cards per video, which would equal the 44 card set, including the checklist. And I will just talk briefly about each player. That way it'll keep the video time down more, and it'll make it easier for people to watch the entire series of the set. And I'm going to do that with the Panini Cooperstown sets when I get started on those. But anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video and share some of these things that came in with you. And like I said, if you have not found his channel, check out Jim's channel. Really great channel. And also, another thing that I wanted to announce about my YouTube channel. I had been told an email by a subscriber that they were trying to find a video that I had mentioned some TTMs in, and they could not find it on my channel. And the reason they could not find it is because when you go to my channel's homepage, I had all these playlists, because I used to, from the time I started YouTube years ago, I put videos in playlists based on what I was kind of sharing in the video, whether it was TTMs or, flea market finds or whatever. And so what I did today is I went ahead this morning, I deleted all the playlists. I did not delete any of my video history, just the playlist. So when you go to my channel now, instead of seeing all these different playlists, now you're seeing most popular videos, or recommendation videos based on whatever. But that way, all my videos on my channel are kind of going to be more random now, but they're there. And so and one reason I did that is because I found out from a friend of mine that they said it was easier for people to watch your videos if they can just go to your channel and look at the order that you uploaded, like based on the date. And so anyway, I thought I would delete the playlist. I could always add playlists back at another time, so if I wanted to. But for right now, if you go to the homepage, that's why you're going to see that. And if you're not subscribed to Jim Faulkner that I was talking about, you can also go scroll when you're on my YouTube channel. You just click my name down here at the bottom of this video. Then it takes you to my YouTube channel. You're going to see a picture of me with my niece and nephew taken years ago. Scroll all the way to the bottom. You're going to see like Baseball Card Babe, channel recommendations. You're going to see Baseball Card Babe, Junk Wax Hero, and you're going to see Jim Faulkner. Click Jim's name, subscribe to his channel, watch his videos. He's a cool guy. And if you love the history of baseball like I do, Jim is he's going to be your type of guy as well. And that's what my videos coming up are going to be a lot about, is the history of the game, doing a lot of videos sharing old oddball sets that meant something to me as a kid, and that are very affordable if you would like to have one yourself to be able to go out and get. And just, you know, putting out content that is educational about the history of the game. And see, that's why I love Jim's videos, is his videos are educating people on the players from the 70s. And to a lot of younger people that are just getting into baseball, they need that. See, I had that when I was a kid. My dad loved baseball. My dad told me a million stories about a million players. And so growing up, I loved the history in the game. And I love the all-time legendary players because of my dad's stories and because of me reading about players back then, reading a lot of books. Nowadays, kids don't read books. Everything's online. And so if there's no content online, the media doesn't talk about guys from the old days. They just talk about current sports. So kids never learn anything. Baseball is not, as big a deal to them. And if we put content out that, more historical value about the sport and about the game we love, it educates younger people and it helps them to get more into the hobby and makes it more fun for them. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Be back again soon with more videos.